It took me 10 years to learn this, and I'm going to teach you it in this video. I'm going to teach you about the rule of three, the dumbest, simplest way to achieve success with your physique, with your health, and the same method that you can use in every single aspect of your life. My name is Cameron Shearer, fitness and mindset mentor for the last 6 years. And if you like this video, please make sure to subscribe because I drop videos like this every single week. The rule of three is the strategy that I use for high performing busy guys that do not have a lot of time, that do not have the time to spend 2 hours in a gym session every single day, to meal prep, to cook, to do habits and smash cardio every single day. They just are time poor but want to achieve success when it comes to their physique and want to prioritize their health and fitness so that they feel great on a daily basis and they also have a long, healthy, happy life. What often happens is, say you want to achieve some form of fitness goal, drop 10 kilos, drop some weight, start getting into the gym, getting into a good routine. What you often tell yourself is, I'm going to go to the gym 5 days of the week. I'm going to make sure I'm absolutely perfect and I absolutely crush it when I'm there. I'm also going to really start with a diet and lock in the diet and make sure my diet is really strict and really perfect at all times. And what happens is, you do that, you stick to it. You might even stick to it religiously for a couple of weeks. You might even train every single day for 12, 15, 17 days in a row. All of these things stack and stack and stack, and you're killing it and you're doing well, and something happens and then you fall off. And you've gone from doing 17 days in a row, crushing in the gym for weeks, sticking to the habits, sticking to the nutrition amazingly well, then you don't. And then you tell yourself, I'm a loser, I messed up, I failed, I didn't achieve it, I broke my word, I broke my promise, fuck it. And you look at that negativity of you missed a day instead of looking at what you'd been able to do prior to that. Looking at the workouts you've done, looking at the changes you've made, looking at the habits that you've improved, you only focus on that negativity. See, guys that make great progress in the gym, guys that make really, really good progress and have elite physiques, they do two things extremely well. And it's probably two things you right now watching this video aren't doing. The first thing is having a system, which I'm going to teach you about, the rule of three. And then also not having that perfectionism mentality, having that approach of balance. Because balance is what gives you sustainability, and sustainability gives you the results. You're going to see much more progress if you lock in for 6 months, 8 months, 12 months, for the rest of your life than you will if you just think you're going to diet for 6 weeks, if you can only stick to it for a couple of weeks. See, the goal here is to make sure whatever plan you come up with, you can actually stick to it long term. And that is where the rule of threes come in. See, those high performing guys, they have systems. This could also be called a plan. This could be your workout plan, your meal plan. It could literally be anything. Systems is just a fancy term, but it's just a plan, non-negotiables, a list, a priority list, whatever you want to call it. The rule of threes is the dumbest, simplest way for you to take action and consistently see results no matter what is going on in your life, no matter what time you have, no matter the circumstances. The rule of three will actually get you there because it gives you some form of a plan. And if you don't have a plan, or you're very vague with it, or you're keeping your plan in your head, you will fall off, you will forget it, because when life gets busy, when you get emotional, when you get stressed, when you get anxious, when you've got other things to deal with, there's not just your work and yourself, maybe your girl, some issues there, family issues, financial issues, when all these stressors come into your head, you're gonna forget what you said. So the point of a plan is to make sure that you can take action no matter what is going on. And the point of the rule of threes is to make it sustainable. It's so that you can actually do it no matter what. The rule of threes is broken down into the simplest form. The people that say that they'll go to the gym 5 days a week, they miss their 5th training session and then they don't go at all next week because of that. Well, that's dumb. That's setting the bar way too high. A standard that you can't live up to right now. Maybe you're new to the gym, maybe just your environment, your work life doesn't allow you to go to the gym 5 times and you're just trying to cram it all in and it doesn't work. Then you feel really disappointed about yourself because you didn't get it. But the bar was set far too high from the get-go. The rule of threes is the complete opposite of that. It's setting the bar to the minimum. The minimum to still see progress. The minimum that allows you to keep on moving forward no matter what. So the rule of threes is coming up with three assets, three things that you need to be focused on. So first, instead of setting the bar so high with workouts and going to the gym 5, 6, 7 days a week, like many people think they need to do, lock in 3 workouts per week. It's fairly achievable. 50 minutes to an hour really is just a percentage of your week. And if you come up with an actual plan for those 3 workouts, whether it's 3 full body workouts, which you can grab a free template of 3 full body workouts on my Instagram. If you click the link in my bio, there is 3 full body 50-minute workouts split in there. Go steal that if you want. Or maybe legs push pull, where you do legs on Monday. Well, let's be honest, no one starts the week with legs. Push on Monday, pull on Wednesday, and then legs on Friday, or legs when you've got a wee bit more time at the weekend. You lock in that plan. When it comes to your workouts, you've got 3 workouts and you know exactly what you're doing, so that you're not unsure about when you're going to the gym or what it is you're actually doing when you're there. From there, the next rule of 3 is when it comes to your nutrition. I want you to pick 3 staple meals that you can have every single day of the week. Maybe it's just dinners. You just pick 3 staple dinners. This means that you're not likely to grab shit on the way home from work. You're not likely to get a crappy takeaway because you don't know what you're going to have. You're less likely to have processed food that you fire in the oven or the air fryer. You get 3 staple meals that are going to be healthy, high in protein, and going to help you reach your goals. Doing this just removes the decision fatigue. It tells you exactly what you need, and you can use that for your food shop. You can literally just order your food shop online for those 3 meals and know exactly what you're going to have. What I also like to do if you're really tight on time and your work schedule is quite chaotic and you don't know when you're going to get in from work all the time, is if you have those 3 set meals, pick 3 healthy food places that are near you that you can order from maybe a couple of nights of the week. So this could be like Nando's, some chicken place. Japanese food tends to be really, really healthy. And you pick 3 of those for those nights that you really do not have time to prepare anything. This could be stuff that you order on your way home from work, so that when you get home, it's already there. Or when you get home from the gym, it is there waiting for you so you can have that healthy meal. So again, we've set 3 rules. We've came up with a plan. We've came up with a system for your training and your nutrition. And finally, the third rule of 3 is pick 3 wins every single day. The 3 wins, I split that up into is physical, mental, and personal. So physical being move your body, do something, right? Work on your body. Whether that is going to the gym and getting a workout in, or whether that is getting your step goal, maybe hitting 8,000 to 10,000 steps, whether that's doing some form of mobility drill, or if you don't have time to go to the gym, work's ran on or whatever, you do some 10, 20 minute at-home bodyweight workout, some form of physical win for your body. One win there. It doesn't need to be going to the gym every single day. It can just be something, right? Some form of movement, some form of physical activity. I personally don't work out every single day, but I do hit my steps. I do cardio, I do mobility. I don't do them all in the same day though. I split them out across the week so that every single day I've got a physical win. From there, personal win. Like, make something personal to you. I'm a big advocate for journaling and writing and spending time working on me work. And that, for me, if I can journal, express my thoughts, gain clarity on my thoughts, have a bit of personal time where I'm away from screens, where I'm just alone with my thoughts to figure things out, to plan, to set goals, to plan out my future, to get some deep thought done. That is a very personal win, and it stops that kind of escapism mentality of what most people do is just scroll on their phones to distract themselves of their deep thought. And it tends to make people really anxious and really uptight and always staying in the same kind of spot year after year because they're avoiding that deep personal work. That's why I love journaling, because it's a really easy way of getting it out. Another thing that I do is sometimes I just voice note myself. I just voice note as if I'm having a conversation about what's in my mind, what went on that day, what am I grateful for, What went well? What didn't go well? Where could I have improved? What could I do better tomorrow? Like, getting these things done are just personal wins that allow you to not stay stuck and to develop and to progress and to actually become the man, the person, and build the life that you want to be or want to have. And then finally, the last one is some form of learning, meditation, prayer, something like that, right? This is going to be your third and final one, where you spend some time just relaxing. You're not uptight, you're not distracted, you're not doing anything like that. Could be some breath work in the morning when you get out of bed to energize you, breath work in the evening to calm you down and relax you, prayer before bed. It could be some form of learning, whether it's personal development, learning more about yourself, learning about frameworks, watching a video like this, or it could be you learning something that's going to aid your life, learning skills that will progress you in career or business, learning a side hustle, developing a skill, doing something like that. Having those 3 wins every single day is going to mean that really you do not have to add a lot of stuff into your day. You just have to have these wee small moments of wins here and there that allow you to constantly develop and constantly progress yourself without thinking that you need to fly across the world, remove all social media, go like a nomad and live in Bali and be surrounded by people doing meditation and taking shrooms all day to find their spiritual chakra, right? You don't need to do that. You just need a couple of wins every single day that allows you to develop. So really it is that simple. The rule of threes is just a system, it's a framework, a strategy, whatever, that allows you to actually build the person you want to be in this like dumb ass simple way consistently. See how, again, what we're doing here isn't saying like doing the max, setting the bar really high. What we're doing is just setting the minimums that allow you to progress. And for example, if you have time off work, or you don't have a busy week, or you're on holiday off work, and you could go to the gym a 4th time or a 5th time, great, awesome, do that. But just know, if work is busy, then your default is 3. Just like with your nutrition. If you can meal prep, and you can spend an hour or a couple of hours prepping all of your meals 1 week, great. That's going to be phenomenal for you. Do it, right? But if the next week, again, you're busy, just default back to picking your 3 staples that are really quick, really easy, and you know work for you. And then again, for the last one, your 3 wins per day. You might be able to, at the weekend, spend a good hour in the morning journaling, reading a book, doing a bit of breath work, like really just calm, relaxed the morning. Great, phenomenal. Maybe you do set that hour aside every single weekend morning to be able to do that. But you might not be able to do that right before work. So just spending 5 minutes journaling is really, really important. They're the main rule of 3, right? I like to add an additional, right? Which kind of breaks the rule of 3 because it then becomes the rule of 3 plus 1, which would be 4. But one of the things that I really, really like to do is come up with my MITs, my 3 most important tasks. This could be for the entire week, or it could be for just the day. And I tend to do this just on a daily basis, but if I've got a heavy work week that I know is going to be heavy, setting my 3 most important tasks is really, really crucial because it avoids the mistake that often busy fools make, where they will make a to-do list that is 15, 20 things long and they won't achieve it. And then they'll get really disheartened and they'll feel like a failure by the end of the day. But high performers, successful people, all they do is write down 1, 2, or 3 really important tasks, and they do not leave until those 3 important tasks are done. In this way, you're avoiding being that guy that is constantly saying, I'll start on Monday. This way you're avoiding the failure loop of you make progress and then you fall off and then you have to make progress again just to get back up to where you were, and then you fall off and you never actually see real progress. It means that you're not staying stagnant and staying still. You're constantly progressing forward. And that's really what this is about, because your life should be the rest of your life. right? We're not just looking at the gym or personal development of your health as short term. We're looking at it for the rest of your life. And there is going to be phases where you can put more time and effort into it. But there's going to be times where you also can't do that. And being able to get a balance and being able to understand that you do not need to do the same things all the time if you have the right system that allows you to just stay consistent, stay sustainable, stay disciplined. It really is dumb easy when you just look at it as the rule of threes. The rule of threes allows you to get the physique that you want and to have the progress ending in success instead of ending in this hatred cycle where you end up just resenting going to the gym and speaking negatively to yourself because you can't stick to your word. It really is fucking dumb simple, and that's what you have to do. Break it down into the needle moving tasks. This is what I do for the guys inside my program, is I just tell them for each phase that they work on, because I work through the foundations, construction, optimize and summit. That's the phases of my program. For each phase that they go through, I just give them what they need the most. I don't give them fancy stuff that they're not ready for. I give them what is going to be the biggest driver of their results right now when it comes to their mindset, their lifestyle, or their physique. Pick 3 from each. Figure out your workout program, 3 workouts. Figure out your meals, 3 meals. And figure out your 3 wins that you're going to do every single day. That is it. And if you want me to work with you and help you to become the guy that you know you're capable of, go to my Instagram, click a link in my bio, you can find out more information. I'd absolutely love to help you out and have a larger impact in the world. And if helping you allows you to help other guys, then that's what makes me happy. So, thank you for watching. Drop this a like. Please subscribe because I drop videos like this every single week. Peace out. Have a phenomenal day.